We're moving back down south, and it was a clash at the top of the table on the weekend, and it saw Hobart Olympic versus South Hobart, and it was an absolute nail-biter. One of the best games I've seen in a long time.
It certainly was, Jeremy, and the good thing about it too was the crowd. We had a very good crowd. You would be pleased with that, Martin, wouldn't you?
Oh, it's fantastic to see the fans coming out and watching a real top-of-the-table clash that sets up the league title for this year.
I guess it still keeps things interesting. I mean, a 3-3 draw, it keeps it interesting for the fans and interesting for the clubs with things being so tight at the moment.
Yes, South Hobart and Olympic, their coaches were both disappointed with the result, but for the neutral observer, it was the ideal result because, as you say, Jeremy, it keeps 2 or 3 other teams within striking distance of the leading pair.
We saw that opening goal there. Olympic did look a little bit shaky in defence to begin with.
They were terrible in defence, Jeremy. All 3 goals that they conceded were from the 6-yard box, so that can only mean atrocious defending.
We see Bullis there. He likes the chip, Walter. Maybe he should have tried to slot it down in the bottom there. Bit of placement.
I think we need to pay credit to the goalkeeper there too. He just got his fingertips to it and managed to divert the ball wide.
We see Billy Gasparinatis. He's having a wonderful season. Beautiful turn and shot there. He kept Olympic on their toes all day.
He did. Jeremy, as a former Olympic player, what did you think of their performance?
I thought the boys did well. They showed a lot of spirit, more so in the second half, being 2-0 down, and to come out and take the lead the way they did, I thought it was great. And there's an air of confidence there that I don't think has been there for a while. They actually do believe that they can win the title this year. It's been a couple of seasons in the making, but I think this year they really can give it a shake.
I think they did really well in the second half. That was another excellent goal by South, but poor defending by Olympic.
And a costly time to concede as well, just before half-time.
Yes. 2-0 down at half-time. You know the cliche, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead, and that's how it turned out.
It did, and young Costa Grillis, didn't he spark things off? He was quite instrumental up front. He caused a fair few headaches for the South defence.
He's a great goal scorer, Jeremy. He's got that knack.
Here we go with the goal that got Olympic back into the match. A little bit of a deflection there, and nothing South could do about that.
Half a chance and it's in. That's Grillis.
And here we go. He got a penalty as well and tied the match.
And that was after being injured. He went off the field and was receiving treatment for several minutes.
And this was probably the best goal of the day.
I think that'll go down as one of the goals of the season. A great strike there by Chris Tsakiris from a clever little ball back from a free kick by Daniel Djukanovic.
You see the celebrations there, you would have thought they'd won the title, but it was good to see. A lot of Hobart Olympic fans came out to see them and really got around them and lifted them. And, as we see here, we thought we'd almost got away with a win, but it wasn't to be.
No, David Cooper popped up there. A little bit of hesitancy by Chris Tsakiris enabled Tom Roach to get the ball back into the 6-yard box.
We had to start the second half well because 2-0 is always a nervous scoreline. We were always creating chances, so I felt we could get another goal. There was a goal in us all the time. But we'd missed that many chances, you feel like it's never going to go for you. I think Zebras will be happy.
Great comeback. Disappointing to let them have 2 goals in the first half. 2 defensive errors. A few injuries, players were starting to get tired. As I said again, a real good crowd pleaser basically. I mean, this is what soccer Tas needs, I think. I mean, this is what the crowd needs, a thrilling game.
So let's take a look at the results and the tables. Firstly to the South, Walter.
Yes, Glenorchy Knights 6, Taroona 0, Kingborough Lions United 0, Clarence United 3, Metro 1, Newtown Eagles 2, University 1, Chilford Zebras 2 and South Hobart 3, Hobart Olympic 3. That leaves South Hobart and Olympic on top with 13 points each, goal difference favouring South Hobart. Zebras are only 3 points behind in third place, Glenorchy Knights on 9 together with University on 9, and at the bottom we've got Taroona 1 and Kingborough second last on 2.
And Martin, you're going to run us through what happened up in the north over the weekend.
Up in the north weekend, Somerset 6, Ulverston 0, and Bobby Eves got 4 goals in that game, so he terrorised the Ulverston defence. Prospect Knights proving their title capabilities with a 2-1 win over Devonport City. Launceston City, as we saw earlier, 4-0 over Launceston United. and Northern Rangers and Burnie United in another one that was looking at title challenges. They had a 3-3 draw, so plenty of goals there for them. In the table, Prospect Knights leading at this stage of the season, which would have been a surprise from the fans at the start of the season. Northern Rangers and Burnie United second on 10 points. Devonport City dropped down to 4th place with their loss. And Somerset are still in the title hunt, the reigning Northern Premiers, only on 6 points, but they've got some players to come back through injury. Below them, Riverside Olympic, Launceston City, and Launceston United and Ulverston still to open their account for the year.
Well, that wraps up all the action from around the grounds, but there's been some whispers and some burning rumours that you may be departing the state or departing your position as the head of football in the state. Can you give us an answer here on the panel?
Well, look, there's nothing that I can tell you at the moment. I'm not heading anywhere that I know of, so I'm quite happy here in Tasmania and running the Football Federation of Tasmania. And who knows what will happen in the future? But at the moment, no, there's nothing to tell. So the rumours are just that.
So just Chinese whispers at the moment.
That's all it is.
Well, thanks for joining us on the panel tonight, Martin.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been great to have you here and for you to quash some of those rumours. And always a pleasure to have you here with me, Walter.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. We leave you tonight with some highlights from the Northern Premier League.